Heads up before we start, this ends in a not very bloody, timed out draw. I only include it for the sake of completeness of the tournament footage. Welcome to another Physical War 2 Medieval Tournament battle. This is round 5 out of 5 of Rise of the Swiss. This match against the formidable W2512, I have Swiss 1491 against German Imperial 1488. W's a tough customer. He beat me in both matches in round 4 at Mithridatic. Here, we're competing for the top spot in Rise of the Swiss. If either of us wins both matches here, we'll be likely to take first place. So, we'll start here. Obviously, we're not going to be able to just sit here the whole battle. I could drop almost all my supports for a 7th Swiss Pike unit, but I think these will be useful. Given if he goes heavy on cavalry, we'll need to be able to shoot them. So, right side of having such a small army is you can kind of general up on, half your heavy foot. Two-thirds even, right? Okay. So we'll take the hill and see what he does and move from there. Alright, let's see the force comp and deployment. Yeah, I got that same batch of units. And yeah, cheap cav, makes sense. Almost no infantry for me to get to grips with. That's the right call. So, we will, let's see, maybe move guns to the wings. Decide what to do there. And we can kind of hover and wait, I think. Probably do shift all these light foot to my left, and then have both light horse crossbowmen to the right. Take it from there. Next turn. Looks a bit chaotic right now, but we're going to end the lights lined here, the pikes around here, with both light horse crossbowmen over here. Next turn. Difficult. The whole thing is we need to find a way to fight his infantry without getting surrounded, which is, easily said than done. We could attempt to occupy this built-up area. I don't know if this is actually worth it. I don't think it is. Okay. Now we've got our deployment sorted out, we can start considering when we want to strike. Next turn. Turn those guns that way. And see if we can attempt to start some kind of harassment. Okay. And shift over. Shift over. Okay. And there's no sense in marching into the plane with no targets nearby. Next turn. Okay, go. Shooting those guns over, and if we can at least confront this group. But yeah, there's not much sense in dispatching the pikemen alone to chase evading cavalry. Next turn. Trundling over, and really there's no reason to just charge into this trap. So if that means a 0-0 draw, I am willing to tolerate that. Next turn. Maybe he's offering targets. Let's see. Those can keep to a central reserve. Maybe the direction. Yeah, see, if this infantry gets like here, we could charge. But otherwise, no point. Next turn. Nope. Next turn. Well, I guess I'm going to accept the draw then. I just don't think coming out would work. I would get surrounded by cavalry here, bounced by cavalry here, and cavalry here. A full surround is not conducive to your good health. Oh. You have movement. Kind of surprised, honestly. Well, I'm glad I waited. Nothing worth shooting yet, and we'll probably want the cannon facing toward the cavalry. Oh, the men-at-arms are also a tempting target. Pull those guns back. might need crossbowmen against the cavalry. Very ungenerous of me, I know, but there's a reason for that. Next turn. Yeah, the surround continues. Yeah, so the mirror, W is chilling here with the forest anchoring one flank and the edge of the world the other. So I don't feel especially bad about chilling on the hill because this still might not work. Okay, wait for him to get close enough and then we attack because we'll have to. Next turn. So if they shift over, I'm not worried at all about the crossbowmen. If they come close, we'll discharge. So being out of cannon shot. Half arc, we won't bother. But that's full arc. No dice, fair enough. Circle around. Back. Turn. It's okay if we get shot at a bit. Be ready to charge if they get closer. Might have to put up with them occupying that rough ground. Don't really care about javelin men on their own, to be honest. They're not that much of a threat. So, veer off. Being very careful to keep his distance, so we just have to wait until he comes into contact. Then we can attempt to charge. Next turn. It's not going to go for the rough. It's going to veer off instead. Which means we still can't charge. There. Next turn. They're moving where? To the built-up area? I mean, a cohesion check is unlikely. It's possible, especially with the gunfire, but no. Yep, they peel off. No surprise there. Okay, turn those cannons. Turn these cannons. Could. Let's see. If we shove them there, then cover, good charge, but really no point when instead what we could do is apply pressure. Stay out of charge range so we don't get caught up. Okay, getting awkward, but not insurmountable. Next turn. Now the part where we get shot at. Okay. Let's see. You shift over. Actually, better yet, charge. A few charges, we could probably catch them. Be ready. Sure, why not? Could charge here. We're not in serious danger, so I don't see why I would bother. Next turn, let's see if someone gets into charge range. Oh, well done, well done. Ooh, spicy. See if we can rally them up. So they're blocked in now. At least temporarily. Rally them up and give them a little push, mainly to get out of the direct arc of fire. Sure, why not? You might catch them. Nope. So here, if we charge, we can bounce them off and then bounce off our light javelin horse. Well, this is certainly getting awkward. Kind of need to keep this covered or else it can go here, right? Well done. Okay, and we have run out of time, which is probably good for me. Well, hard to say. The circumstances look a little grim, although that said, the Swiss are extremely tough, so hard to say how this would ultimately go. But I'm guessing badly. The only reason I'm not speaking with certainly the thought that it might go badly is that the Swiss tend to rally a lot. So even if I lost some units here, they'd probably come back. But luckily for me, it doesn't matter. W2512 took too long on his turns, and as a result, he takes a timeout penalty for points. And so what's interesting, so this is game over here. It's not going to say anything because it's timed out. So what's interesting is that, I thought I was taking defensive approach, but he took a more defensive approach in the mirror. That meant that I couldn't score even 10% on him. He got pikemen here, the lights in the forest, and nothing I could do. So if we face one another again in a future tournament, I'll have to remember to throw all shreds of honor I have aside and do something like, line up the pikemen here or something ridiculous like that. So, my quasi unearned, I get the 150 point spy score. He was mostly good about returning turns, but there's a period of like 3 days where he just didn't do any, and that probably is what did this. So, a not very honorable first place win. So, good-ish game, kind of. Till next time.